Welcome to Joy News on Multi TV. It's a special interview edition, and today we are privileged to have with us, or be in the office, or to be hosted by none other than Professor Addae-Mensah. You all recall that he's a Vice Chancellor, a one-time Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana from 1996 to 2002, if I'm not wrong. So let's welcome Professor Addae-Mensah. Thank you very much for hosting us in your offices. It's been quite a while.
You're welcome.
I hope everything is fine with you.
Yeah, well, I can't complain.
It's good to see you still looking young.
Well, I'm surviving.
Yeah. What have you been up to since being the Vice Chancellor of the University?
Oh, well, I retired 16 years ago as a Vice Chancellor. And then the university, my colleagues in the department thought that I deserved to be made an emeritus professor so that I could continue to offer my expertise to both the department and the university. But for no pay.
For no pay?
Yeah, if you are emeritus professor, you are not paid. You offer your services. Your only reward is that you have an office for life in the university. And that's why you've been able to get me in this office. And so I've been mainly, doing some research, mentoring the postgraduate students and the young lecturers. I had a research group. When I retired, I came back and continued with the research group, trained a lot of students, some of whom obtained their PhDs. Some of them have become senior lecturers and associate professors. And now one of them, Dr. and Mrs. Dorcas Osei-Safo, whose office is next to mine, has taken over the running of my research group. But I still keep in touch with them. I still mentor them. When you came, I was looking through some documents because I was sorting out some papers for them to use for their research. So that's what I've been doing. And once in a while, the university may ask me to chair or participate in a committee to look at various programs. But I've also been active on the international field. I've continued to serve as a consultant to various committees of the World Health Organization, both at the headquarters level and on the African continent, as well as several other groups. And then in Ghana, well, I've sat on various boards and committees. I was the foundation chairman of the National Petroleum Authority, and then I was also the foundation chairman of the Petroleum Commission. Now I'm not serving on any board, except for the private university, African Institute of Technology, where I'm the vice chairman of the board of trustees.
So we'll talk about chemistry.
Yeah.
As a science student myself, but look where I ended up. I ended up though.
Well, science prepares you for everything.
Yeah, but well, the view that chemistry is very, very difficult, especially as a girl child and a student, it was always difficult. How do you get by? To tell the young ones who are coming up also in terms of chemistry and it not being difficult. You always say it's not difficult, but for them, it's quite difficult.
Well, that question should actually go to the person I mentioned a few minutes ago, Dr. Dorcas Osei-Safo. She will tell you. I mean, there are so many girl children who have really made it in chemistry. It's not a very difficult. It's very logical. If you try to cram it into your head, as school children normally do, you will not get anywhere with it. But if you are systematic and logical and follow the rules, there is nothing that you cannot work out yourself. The important thing is that you must, when you're studying chemistry, you must have enough time to assimilate what you are taught in class. If you are rushed, that's when you begin to have the difficulty. A lot more chemistry is learned from outside the classroom than from inside the classroom and from your lecturers.
But you monitored the just ended National Science and Maths quiz.
Yes, I did, yeah.
No girls' school has made it to the top, at least in the recent years. It's always the boys.
It's true. It's true, but if you're going to measure performance by virtue of the National Science and Maths quiz, then you may miss the point.
Okay.
Because if you look at Wesley Girls High School, both in the sciences and especially in the sciences, they've, for the past how many years? For the past 10, 15, 20 years, they've always been in the top 5. And if it comes to people with aggregate 6 with 8 A's, they've almost always been topping. You know, so you cannot say that the female child is not doing well in the sciences. If you go to the medical school, for example, very often it is the ladies who collect all the prizes. Even this year, chemistry department, I think we had 2 first classes. Both of them were ladies. You know, so it's a misconception. If you put your mind to it, you can get through it. And I have been advocating for girl-child education for years, and that's why, in fact, at the moment, virtually all the senior members that I'm mentoring, not all of them, but majority of them, are females.
Great.